Now, like so many small rural towns, Orbost in eastern Victoria is enduring some tough times. 7 years ago, the local timber industry all but collapsed as young people were drifting away to find work elsewhere. But a couple of locals devised an ambitious plan to turn the tide. Check it out.
Once, in the very distant past, when the roads of the isolated East Gippsland region were rough bullock tracks, a little paddle steamer was a vital link to the outside world, and the sound of its whistle was eagerly awaited. Though the original curlip has long passed into local folklore, now it has been reborn. The original curlip was built at a bush sawmill on the Broadrib River in 1889 by Samuel Richardson and his 3 sons, self-taught but evidently first-class artisans. They named their paddle steamer after nearby Lake Curlip and had her afloat in a mere 6 months. Professional shipwright Bill Jones, who gained his trade ticket on London's Thames, was hired to design and build the new boat. He marvels at their feat.
And just things like drilling holes. You've seen some of the big timbers here, and you know, some of those holes are over 3 feet long. Do that by hand. You know, it took us an hour to do it with the machine. Yeah, you do marvel at their skills and their strength.
The original was 48 feet or 12.5 metres long, with a 19-foot beam and 6 horsepower engine, allowing a top speed of 7 knots. Though true to the original in shape, in order to comply with safety regulations and to make it commercially viable, Curlip 2 is on a slightly larger scale, 20 metres or 65 feet in length. 50 tonnes of seasoned timber stood ready to be shaped by the eager team of master boat builders and devoted locals. But the project faced costs way beyond their means, and well before it could get on the water, the new Curlip would have to navigate through a sea of regulations and red tape. Jan Reid's arrival brought new hope to the Dad's army of workers and helped steer the project into safer waters. Soon it secured more than $1 million in federal and state grants. The local community raised several $100,000 and volunteers put in thousands of hours of work. Bushman and broad axeman Graham Fall experienced a rare camaraderie and community spirit.
I came down and had a look and seen the shed, and I went home and said to the wife, the first time I see that door open, I'm in there and they're going to have to kick me out to get rid of me. I've been accepted and gone along pretty good, and it's been extremely enjoyable to be part of it. A different sort of line of working with timber to what I've normally had.
As the word spread far beyond the district, so too did the momentum.
Now we're finding we're getting tourists coming that are interested in wooden boats from across the world.
The engine was sourced in England and refurbished by students of the Orbost Secondary College. By early last year, the planks had been fitted to the hull and a steam boiler matched to the engine.
We're saying this is the largest wooden boat and the only paddle steamer that's been built in Victoria for a long time.
Finally, by October, the boat was fully caulked to ensure it was watertight and now radiant with fresh paint.
I just feel so happy that it's all got to this stage, and it's really something for Orbost. You know, they've achieved a great amount, and the volunteer work's just been unbelievable.
It was the town's most anticipated day in years. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, the paddle steamer was ready to leave the workshop. It was a narrow squeeze and an exacting task to lift the 30-tonne blue gum boat.
It's got me a bit emotional, actually.
Finally, with great fanfare, the Curlip wended its way from Orbost to a mooring downstream. There, a 250-tonne crane gently placed it in the Snowy. The original curlip played a pivotal role in the district's economy and ensuing prosperity. The festival weekend to mark the launch of Curlip 2 had the old-timers reminiscing of the days when the paddle steamer ferried the district's produce to schooners at sea.
To think that they took it out through the bar on occasions for such a modestly powered paddle steamer is amazing to me.
To actually be on a paddle steamer as it was nearly 100 years ago, and great credit, I think great credit on the people of the district who have put so much into building the boat.
The new boat will have no trouble navigating the fickle estuary currents.